Most men I work with are eating enough protein to survive and not enough to change their body. They're training consistently and they're eating what they think is clean, wondering why they still look soft when they cut. My name is Adam, I'm a performance nutritionist, and over the last 10 years, I've helped over 200 men get lean and significantly improve their health. Today, I'm giving you the exact protein rules I use with every single one of them. Most guys either don't track protein at all, or they've picked a number from somewhere and have never questioned it. High protein isn't a target. It's just a feeling. The research is pretty clear on this. To maximize muscle retention when you're in a calorie deficit, you want to be sitting somewhere between 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of your body weight daily. Of course, if you go under slightly or you go over, nothing is going to happen. But that's your starting point and everything else builds from there. So many people miss this part. When you're in a calorie deficit, and especially when you're already fairly lean, or let's say you're getting lean, your body becomes more likely to break down muscle for fuel. The leaner you get and the harder you diet, the more important protein becomes. Research supports pushing towards the upper end of that range, around 1 gram, even 1.2 grams per pound of your body weight daily, might be slightly more beneficial when your calories are restricted and you're training seriously. I had a client last year, 44. He trained 5 days a week, but he was eating around 70 grams of protein a day and 1,800 calories. He couldn't figure out why he kept losing strength every time he cut. We bumped up his protein, kept calories the same, and the strength losses just stopped. He wasn't eating less, but he was actually eating smarter. So if you're dieting, don't keep protein at the minimum, shoot for the upper end. Then some people worry about the old research where each meal had to be perfectly distributed, like 30 grams a day to maximize the response. Then that had us thinking we should eat 4 to 6 servings of protein daily and 1 before bed, which is seriously awkward. The research is fairly consistent, at least 2 servings of protein per day. I recommend at least 3 to manage hunger better. And no, you don't need a serving before bed. You can have one if you like it. This also makes it a lot easier when you spread it across like 3 to 4 meals rather than 2 to actually hit your protein target. You've probably heard you need a protein shake within 30 minutes of training or the session was a waste. That's not really how it works. The research shows that the post-workout protein only helps if it increases your total intake for the day. The window matters, but it's a few hours, not 20 minutes. Getting protein in and around your training is useful, mainly because it's convenient and it keeps your daily total on track. But the guys who stress about slamming a shake in the car park while barely hitting 100 grams of protein across the entire day, they've got their priorities completely backwards. Total daily protein is the lever that actually moves things. Optimal on paper means nothing if you can't sustain it for 6 months, preferably a lot longer. The research is clear that both animal protein and plant proteins work well for muscle retention when you're hitting sufficient totals. The key variable is leucine content and other essential amino acids, not whether it came from a chicken or a tin of lentils. For most of the men I work with, the practical sources are Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, chicken, meat, fish, eggs, and whey protein when needed. If you follow a plant-based approach, soy, tempeh, tofu, and a good blended protein powder, those will get you there. Build your meals around the sources you actually enjoy, because if eating enough protein feels like a chore, after 2 weeks, you'll stop doing it, and then none of the other rules actually matter. This is for the guys who hit their target and then they start worrying about whether 165 grams is better than 172 grams and vice versa. It isn't, not in any meaningful way. 10 grams or less even, it's not gonna make a difference. The research shows that muscle gains plateau around 0.7 grams per pound of your body weight for resistance trained adults. Going above that doesn't hurt. It's just not worth overthinking. Then there's also the level where satiety benefits cap off, and that's probably I guess that's for another video. Just focus on hitting your protein target consistently. What a lot of people don't mention is your appetite decreases with age. So a lot of highly satiating foods might become less palatable. And this one probably matters more than most men realize. As you age, your muscles become less sensitive to protein. Studies confirm that older adults need more protein per meal and more protein per day in order to get the same muscle building response as a younger man eating less. If you're in your 40s, 50s, or beyond, don't sit at the bottom end of the range. Well, I wouldn't recommend it. The research suggests aiming more towards 1 gram per pound per day, especially if you're in a deficit. I see this consistently. Men over 40 eating what they'd consider a decent amount of protein, but struggling with hunger and losing muscle when they cut. These 7 rules around protein should help clear the air and help you get more consistent with protein intake. It will make fat loss feel a bit easier. If you found this helpful, you should probably watch this video next. I'll see you there.